friends, welcome back to LlamaMamaKayla's Art Tube, where I like to play with lots of different types of art, and today I'm enjoying some fiber art. I hope you're having a great day and just having a blessed day. I have been working on this hat. I wanted to show y'all the progress I have made on it. I haven't went long enough yet. I want to go, I don't know how many rows I'm going to go yet, but I keep trying it on my head, and whenever I do get to the brim, I know that I'm going to have to do some decreases in my brim, and I usually do have to do that for hats that I've made. Like during the process of making the brim, I'll just do some decreases, but I want this part to be, you know, big and slouchy, and I'm using a 6mm hook, and this is actually one of the dots hooks. And so that's what I'm using, and I like the way it's turning out. I like the holes in it. That's purposely why I'm using the 6mm hook, is so it can leave all these wonderful holes. So yeah. And then I am using this Karen cotton painterly cake on this hat. And let's see, what's the colorway of this? I can't even remember. It's vanilla wafer. All right, and this is a number 4 yarn. I don't know why I was thinking this was a 3-weight. It is a number 4. Okay. It's a thin 4, of course. It's not like a big fat, you know, red heart 4. It's a very thin 4. But that's the progress I've made so far. Just want to let y'all know that I'm working on it. I'm keeping this right up here on my desk and just working on it as I go. And so today I'm actually going to work on my sweater. But before I get started on that, I really want to just work on that sweater and get it done, because I want to start a new sweater with this Karen cinnamon swirl cake. It is called Strawberry Swirl. It's a number 4 weight yarn, and this cake is 407 yards. So I had some wonderful subscribers to send me several of these, so I have enough that I can make a whole sweater in this right here. I haven't decided if I'm going to, because I also purchased some yarn that matches the different colors in here. I haven't decided if I was going to put some of those. Oh, I think it just came to me what I'm going to do. Don't you just love it when the idea just hits? Okay, so I'm going to make the sweater body, the front and back, will be made with this. And then I think I'll do my sleeves blocks of the different colors. I think that would be great to do my sleeves and blocks and the body in that. Now, I am totally allowed to change my mind as I'm making the sweater. But at the moment, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know how many of these I will need, but I have several. But if I, you know, only had like 2 or so and it wasn't quite enough, then at the bottom I would definitely pull in one of the colors just to keep going around the bottom of the sweater to get it the length I needed. But I already know that I have enough to do the whole body in this, but I still could do a border around the bottom, just to, you know, give it that little, this is the end of the sweater. And then I'm thinking the sleeves would be kind of cute in the different blocks. Now if I try that and I'm thinking, ugh, that looks ugly, I'd rip it out and get another cake like this and do it. So anyway, that's what I am dying to jump in and work on. So I've got to get this other sweater done so that I can allow myself to do that, because that's just going to be a project that I'm going to be working on. But I want to get this sweater done here so I can actually put it in our fair. And I have some other projects that are, you know, half done, almost done, not quite done. And I'm going to be working on those also to finish up projects to go in the fair. And I do have plenty of these, I'm pretty sure, that I can, oh, my hook, where's my hook? Okay, here it is. My hook and my scissors. Couldn't think of what they were called. I had all that in my lemon bag. Okay, so for Tuesday, I had plans and my plans totally changed. I did not do anything that I thought I was going to do on Tuesday, except maybe the nap. I probably expected to do that. I don't know. Let me get this lined out here and see where I'm at and what I got going on. This is all I have left of this Premier Sweet Roll and the Raspberry Swirl. That's all I have left in of that. And then I'll be adding in this other cake, because I still have a ways to go to get it to the length I want it. And so yeah, let me see. Let me get my hook in here. I'm just going to rip that stitch out and redo it. So you might be wondering why I'm using this hook. This is a 6mm hook. Where'd my thing go? And this is a 6mm hook. So you could possibly be wondering why I'm using this hand brace thing on the hat, and on this I'm just holding my hook. Well, to start a project, I do have to use, even when I started this one, I do have to use a hand brace like this so that I can use my thumb whenever I am chaining. You know how you want to use your thumb to help hold that and such. So when I'm holding this, I can't hold my thumb or the hook falls out of my hand. So I definitely need the brace on for that kind of stuff. And then back, I don't know, a good while back when I was crocheting something that used double crochets, I had, discovered that I didn't need the hand brace to do this, that I could do the double crochets because I didn't need to use my thumb on that. Okay, so I got that hat started with my, my 6mm, which is a J hook. I got the hat started with that, and I tried to switch over to this hook so I didn't have to use the hand brace, because it does get annoying sometimes, like it starts slipping and sliding and I have to fix it. So yeah, I would much rather crochet like this. But on that particular project, the stitches that I'm using, I'm doing these stitches. So I am doing double crochet, chain one, double crochet, jump into the next V, double crochet, chain one, double crochet, and I just can't do it with this hook. I just couldn't do it. It wasn't coming easy at all, and so it's working better for me to use this. So that's why I'm using a 6mm hook on both projects, but different hooks, and working it different ways. And it's the same way with crocheting. Anytime I help a new crocheter, I always tell them, you have to figure out how to hold your yarn, because we don't all hold it the same. We hold it different. And you have to figure out how you want to hold your hook. My way is not the right way. Your way is not the right way for anybody else except for you, right? So some people hold it like this. That's very awkward to me. I don't know why. So, some people can, I don't know. This I've always did a knife hold, the death grip knife hold, okay? But anyway, everybody has to find what feels comfortable for them and what they like. So and that's just the way it's working out with me with these 2 hooks, and it's 2 different yarns, and you know, but it's working out. I'm getting it done. I got my hook in wrong. Okay. So anyway, guys, what are you up to? What's going on in your life? What projects are you working on? Whatever the project is, I mean, how are you spending your time today? I guess that's what I should ask instead of what project, because I don't want it to sound like I expect you to say a crochet project, because we all have so many different interests and hobbies. You might be working on, you know, diamond painting or something like that. Well, don't be afraid to tell me about it. Tell me what your picture is and how far you got on it and such. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna work on the sweater as much as I can today, because like I said, I do want to get it finished. Okay, so my plan was to go to Crochet Club and take the sweater and work on it for an hour and a half at Crochet Club and get as much done to it, you know, as I could. Well, guess what? I woke up to new plans and ditched the Crochet Club. Ditched the Crochet Club. Okay, so I was dead asleep and I did not hear my phone ringing, but Sassy was sleeping right next to me, and she moved, and it kind of woke me up a little bit, and I was like, what is she doing? Because I have this little rolling cart with the wood top and a handle on it right next to my desk. I mean, next to my bed. Sorry, I was asleep in my bed, not my desk. Now, I just slip stitched to join that row, so I finished that row, and now I'm going to go up to start another row. So I'm going to slip stitch over into this chain 1 space and chain 3 to stand in for that first double crochet, because that's the way I like to do it, and then add my other 2 double crochets. Sorry, I just wanted to explain what I was doing in case anyone was kind of watching and trying to figure out what I was doing. Okay, so anyway, so I could tell Sassy was doing something, so I opened my eyes, and she was over there trying to pick up my phone. She was biting at my phone, trying to get it. And I was like, what are you doing? And then I realized my phone was ringing. I don't know. Was Sassy trying to answer the phone? That cat just amazes me every day. Like, the stuff she tries to do. I don't know if she was getting the phone for me, or I don't know what she was doing. But she was over there biting my phone that was laying, you know, on that tabletop. So who knows? But anyway, it was my buddy Angela. Angela is my childhood friend. We've been friends since we were in the 4th grade. I put up with her a long time. She says it's the other way around, but y'all don't believe her. She lies. And so she called. She said, get up, get dressed. I'm coming to pick you up. And so I got up and got dressed, and she came to pick me up, and she's on vacation this week, and so she likes to do lots of little jobs around her house while she's on vacation, like clean out closets, you know, stain her deck, and just stuff like that, whatever, you know, that she's got that needs to be done. Well, this week she has been, or this past weekend, she's been cleaning out her closets. And so she loaded her Jeep down with boxes of stuff. Okay, she had some clothes, and she was like, what am I going to do with these clothes? She said something about taking them to Goodwill, and I said, well, let's donate them to a church that has a pantry and a clothes closet, a clothes closet. So my little friends, Zeke and his siblings, their mom, the church that they attend, let me just say that, the church that they attend has a pantry that I do donate to often, and they have a clothes closet that I've never donated to, but I need to. I need to clean out my closet and donate to that. But anyway, and then they give that out into the neighborhood. Their church is right next to the school that Angela and I went to for junior high. And so I told her, I said, they have a clothes closet. And so she said, okay, well, so she had loaded her Jeep up and came out here to pick me up. And we took the clothes down to Zeke's house and dropped them off. I think she had like 5 boxes of clothes for them to take to their church, or if they can wear anything out of it, but I don't know if they could or not. For them to do whatever they wanted to do with. Keep what they wanted to keep and take the rest to the church or whatever, Okay, and so then she had some stuff that she had boxed up for Dakota. He has a flea market booth. That's my son. He's 32, I do believe. Anyway, he has a flea market booth that he dabbles with, and so she had cleaned out a bunch of stuff that she wanted to get rid of, and she wanted to know if Dakota wanted any of it for his booth. And I asked him, and he said sure. And so we went to the bakery to unload her Jeep and load his Jeep. And so that's what we did next. We went and loaded down his Jeep with stuff from her. And then after that, let's see, what did we do? Oh, we went to Tractor Supply. She needed to get dog food. So we went to Tractor Supply, and she also found a really cute wind chime that was on clearance. And so she got that, and then it was clanging in her Jeep. So we decided to take that to her house and drop it off, and then go back into town. So we went, then did that, and then on the way back to town, I just happened to glance down in my purse, and I saw those crocheted microns for Dakota. I saw the envelope of those, and I was like, oh, I forgot to give these to Dakota. And she said, we'll swing back by there. So we did, and went in and gave those to Dakota. And then we tried to go to Big Lots, but they were closed due to their air conditioning being out. And so we didn't get to go in Big Lots. And then we went to a seafood restaurant called the Laughing Crab and ate some lunch. And then she brought me back home. And we had fun. I didn't record not one clip. I just enjoyed our day, and it was a nice day. Now, she brought me back home, and actually I was home by like 12. We left here at like 9. So I said, well, I could still go to Crochet Club because it didn't start till 2. So I sat down here at my desk and started crocheting on that hat, and I kept falling asleep. I look like a bobblehead sitting up in here with my head bobbling around. And I thought, oh, well, I don't think I should really, if I'm this sleepy, I probably shouldn't drive. And plus, I was, a little tired from just doing what we did, wore me out, And so, and plus it's so hot. And I decided that I better not push my body, because I have other things this week I need to do also, and so I don't need to push my body. I need to listen to my body, and I probably need to go lay down. So that's what I did. I just turned everything off and went and laid down and took a small little nap, and then I just laid there and watched something on my tablet, stretched my legs out, and I wanted to keep my legs up for a little bit just to help with fluid. I need to get my legs up every now and then during the day, so I have to go lay down in the bed to do that. And so I skipped Crochet Club today. I really wanted to go, but I really wanted to go with Angela too, and so that was my choice for today. Because Angela doesn't, she works all the time. It's not, and she just gets a vacation here and there, or whatever, vacation days. And so, yeah, I wanted to go spend some time with her and do something. So that's what we did, and it was fun. It was worth it. Totally worth missing Crochet Club to go do all that with her and hang out with her today. And Crochet Club will happen next month. And guess what? Angela won't have vacation. So I'm good. So now I thought, okay, so I didn't get to work on my sweater at Crochet Club, so I need to get over here now and get to working on this sweater, because I want to finish this up and tie on my new cake at least. That's my goal. To get that done. I want to get this sweater done so I can start on that new sweater. I can't wait to see how that cake works up. I'm gonna lay that cake back over here so we can just look at it. I love it. And this did come from Michael's. Well, I had bought one at Michael's, and then my Michael's never got this color back in. I checked and checked and checked. Even when I went to Shreveport, I checked their Michael's. They didn't have it either. And so some of my sweet subscribers sent me some of these cakes, and I'm very grateful for that, because I do have enough that I can make a sweater and a hat to match it. And I'll probably make that granny square slouchy hat that I've made several of. I like that hat. I love that slouchy granny square hat. So I'd probably make one of those with this to go with the granny stitch sweater. Anyway, I think I said a granny. Reason why I'm pausing, I'm trying to figure out, what did I say? I think I might have said a granny square hat. I just meant a granny stitch hat to go with the granny stitch sweater. Anyway, and actually I probably will have some of this left over that I could make a hat to match this sweater too. I just might be all matchy by the time winter gets here. Who knows? I've never really been a matchy person, but hey, I got room for new stuff in my life. How about y'all? Do y'all wear a hat and shirt that matches? Now, I have some caps, like baseball caps, and I have some crocheted hats that I do wear, and I also have headbands that I wear in my hair when I go to town and such. And so, sometimes I do match those to my shirt, or just wear colors that don't really clash. You know what I'm saying? Like I might wear, if I'm wearing a red shirt, I might wear a white hat or a red hat, but not a purple or green hat, you know, unless it was holiday appropriate or something. But anyway, but I never wore like a shirt, a sweater made out of this yarn and a hat made out of the same yarn to match it exactly. But it's the new me. The new me, who knows? We're allowed to do whatever we want to do. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. And like I said, I have some other projects that are half finished, almost finished, very close to being finished. So if I finish those up, I could put them in the fair. And so I'm going to start going through that. I'm going to clean out my yarn room and rearrange it and make me, you know, some piles of stuff like, hey, this is a goal to try to finish this. So that would be good. You know, have some projects that, hey, you didn't finish this, but it wouldn't take much to get it finished and put it in that fair. So that's the plan. That's the goal. We'll see. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Say a prayer for me. Send me some good vibes so we can do that. And then I can get started on the sweater. I'm excited about that. I really do want to get that going. I think that will be fun. I've also thought about making my kids some sweaters, but I don't know if they would really wear them. Dakota appreciates handmade stuff. Elijah does not. Not in the way that Dakota does. You know, like a crochet stuff. Dakota would appreciate that more than Elijah. But Dakota's very hot-natured. I don't know that he would really even wear it. Elijah would probably come closer to wearing it up there in the winter when it's when it's a lot of snow and super cold. So I don't know if I'd be wasting my time. They'd probably just enjoy a blanket much more than a sweater, but I don't really know what to think about that. I could ask them, but then what if I don't finish it and they thought I was finishing it? I don't want to put those commitments on myself. You know, when you have chronic illness, you just don't need commitments, because you never know how you're going to feel. You never know, like, day to day, how you're going to wake up. If you're going to wake up and able to do stuff, or if you're going to wake up and need to just stay close to the bed. So I don't like to put limits on myself, and I'm learning more and more not to do that, not to set myself into some kind of bracket where people are expecting this. So I'm just playing it by ear, day by day, of this is what I feel like doing today. This is what I feel like doing this day. Oops, I better tie on to my other cake, and I did want to see what color. It'd be nice if it was some of this, but I think it's gonna be this pink in the middle is what it's going to jump into, and that's okay. We can work with that. And then it's going to go back to this before, then it's going to go back to the fuchsia before it ever gets to the purple. That's what I was kind of looking to see, if I wanted to pull from the outside or the inside. Alright, so I guess I'm pulling from the inside since I sat there and pulled it all out, right? Okay, so here's my tail, but let me make sure I don't have this all knotted up. Nope, it's good. And this is the way I add my yarn on. There's not a right way or wrong way. This is my way. I do know about the invisible join, the different Russian joins and all that kind of stuff, but I don't like doing those. This is what I like to do right here, because I'm not trying to make my stuff look like it was made on a, you know, factory machines. I know crochet can't be made like that, but I'm not trying to make my stuff look store made or, you know, factory made or whatever. I want my stuff to look handmade because I worked my hands to death making it. And anyway, so I just tie mine on like this right here. That's what I do. And I usually will tie that several times. This has never failed me with blankets or anything like that. I have had where I just crocheted over, and yeah, eventually it came out in the wash. But this has never failed me. And if you buy a blanket in a thrift store and it's tied like this, that blanket could be no telling how old, because this is not coming undone. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to pull that tight, and then I'm going to pull this tight, and then I'm just going to clip off these two strands, not all the way to the knot, because I want that knot to stay there. But that's my preference. Now, everybody has their own preferences, and none of us are right, and none of us are wrong. It's your preference. Your preference is the right way for you. And so, then I'm just going to keep on crocheting. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. I enjoy your company. Let me see. Come on, come on. Come back now. Okay. Now I got chain one. That's where I fell off last time. Come on now. Ain't that something? Okay, come on. Okay, now chain one and stay on the hook. Alright. Now I'm cooking along. Alright. So my rounds, you know, this is a quite large sweater, because it's to fit me, and so it is, you know, some big rounds here. But I'm once I get going, and if I have something to watch or some people to talk to, like you guys, I can get busy and just get to working away. So that's my plan. I've been watching a 2020 episode earlier while I was doing some other stuff, while I worked on that hat a little bit. And now I'm talking to you guys. And I gotta find something else to watch. The Doubling Down with the Doricos ended. The Seven Little Johnsons ended. So now I gotta find something to watch while I sit and crochet. May just go see what Lifetime's got on. Maybe there's some good movie. But anyway, I do plan to get in my yarn room today and do a little organizing. That is the plan. And I'll probably video some clips of that, cleaning up my yarn room and organizing my yarn and all that kind of stuff, because that's what I need to do. And I want to get some stuff together. Like, I have some yarn that I bought for projects, like the colors I bought for this. I need to get those colors and these cakes together so that I can do that. Hold it like, what am I trying to say? So I can say, oh yeah, that's all for a project right there. So my stuff doesn't get used for something else, right? And a lot of times I do let, people come in my yarn room and just get yarn. And so, I just want to have, if I have a project planned already in mind, I want to be able to say, anything in here is up for grabs except for if I have it grouped together like this, then that's a project already, you know what I'm trying to say. But everything else is, up for grabs. Anyway. And so, that's what I'm going to work on today. Also is putting some colors together for some different projects and seeing what I can come up with and do in there. Get it organized a little bit better and just better looking, and get some projects out that I want to finish before the fair. I have 2 boxes of granny squares that I need to put together for blankets, cardigans, or something to go into the fair. So I need to do that. Also, so I need to get those out and write down in my planner, hey, I gotta get this done before this date. Ugh. I might just do that. Get all my projects out and get my planner and just, say, hey, I need to work on this project this week to get it done. Here's another project I can work on the next week. Get some stuff done to enter in the fair. By this time, normally I would have a lot of projects done. But, it's been a rough year for me, health-wise, because I started off the year, I ended 2023 with surgery in December, right before Christmas. I had the pain pump put in, and I had a little bit of recovery issues with that. Mainly, I had this horrible headache because I had a spinal leak. I could not lift my head without just throwing up big time. So that finally healed up, but about the time that healed up, then my pain pump meds that they put on the inside of me during surgery wore off. Then I had pain from that. And then shortly after all that, I started having trouble with my finger. This middle finger on this hand started dying. And then I ended up having that amputated on March the 1st. After dealing with that a couple months of, just trying different things to see if anything would help it. So, yeah, and then after that, I just struggled continuously after that with crocheting and the loss of that, finger. So that's why I don't have projects done. I do have that sweetheart blanket that I can put in. I think that might be the only thing. I may have a doll dress or two that I have done, or hats or something. I may have a few small things like that, but for the most part, I just have that blanket, I think. I'll have to look around and see. And then I also have art that I want to work on and put in the fair. I can do like a acrylic, portrait, landscape, still life, and abstract. Watercolor, portrait, still life, landscape, watercolor. Charcoal, same thing, all those categories, like chalk, maybe all those categories. So I need to get some inspiration and get busy getting those done. That's what I've been helping the kids do when they come down on Mondays for art. And then also I need to be making a list while I'm saying all this. I need to start checking thrift stores and Dollar Tree for cheap picture frames, because I told the kids this year I was going to get them some picture frames, and then from each category, like acrylics, watercolor, the different categories, so they could frame their best one from each category. And then I would do the same for myself. And that way it would have a better chance of winning in frames. They do. Because you're supposed to take them hanging ready. And so what I did with my kids when they were little is we bought picture frames pretty much over, many months. I wouldn't say all year long, but many months. That was our goal, was to get up enough picture frames. And so they did have enough picture frames with their name on the back and for all their entries. And then each year after the fair, unless it was something that was framed and really looked nice framed, we would take those photos out and save the frames for the next year. So we, would reuse those same frames every year, because that gets expensive buying frames, even at Dollar Tree. If you have 20 pieces of art, and plus afterwards, you don't have enough wall space to hang all that, which we did have stuff hanging in the art studio. And then sometimes if we wanted to take it out of the frame, we would, and mount it on like a piece of foam board or some real sturdy board like that. And sometimes we would leave them framed if it was something that, like, oh yeah, that's got to stay in a frame. But then we would go to a nursing home and pass out artwork so people could, and we would go to people who were like confined to their rooms and pass out artwork. We did different things for different people. People who could go and sit outside in their wheelchair or whatever, whenever we would go, we would give them hats and scarves. And then people who were confined to their rooms and couldn't get out for stuff like that, we would take them art to hang in their room where they could look at it. That would tickle them so much. People don't realize how much a blessing that is to them. Just for the visit and to receive a piece of art, Even if it's kids' art, it's still fine. They love it just the same. Right? Anyway, how'd I get on that subject? Oh, talking about frames, yeah. So I've got to start looking for some frames. For the 4 of them and myself. And I can't let it get too pricey. But anyway, I need to write down, you know, like some art projects for me to work on. And we also have craft sections, not just art or crochet. There's also different crafts, and I can't even think of what some of them are right now, but there are different crafts that I can work on also. And Zeke even said that the other day about his sister Evie, because Zeke is very artistic. Evie tries really hard. She spends a lot of time on her art pieces, and you know, she does her best. But Zeke is very talented. Okay, I'm not saying Evie's is not good. It is. But Zeke's comes naturally, he's naturally talented. They're in the same category against each other. Okay, so Zeke's landscape, watercolor landscape is going to win over her watercolor landscape. It's very obvious. So, Zeke said, next year, why don't you just encourage Evie to do more arts and crafts stuff instead of art? And I thought, well, that's a good idea. But I told him, I said, we're going to get on into some arts and crafts stuff here in the next couple of weeks. Let's work on acrylic this next week, and we'll venture into arts and crafts. So that's the plan. And he said he may not do the arts and crafts stuff, so that'll give Evie a chance to do things and not be up against Zeke. Anyway, I'm just rambling, crocheting, and just rambling. Well, guys, I'm almost to the end of that round. So look what y'all have helped me do. I appreciate you being here, watching my video, and just hanging out with me. Y'all are the best friends ever. Love you guys. So I hope you all have a great day. And yeah, it's WIP Wednesday, so don't forget to tell me what your WIP is for today. And you know what you got going on, what you're working on, plans, I don't know, anything you want to tell me, I'll read it. And so, you know, I read all my comments. I do read them all. I'm not up in here typing, obviously, right? Somebody said that you never give response. Well, I'm sorry, honey. I don't have 10 fingers. It is hard. It is. It takes me a long time to type, and it's painfully slow. And by the time I type something, I could have crocheted many, many rounds, okay? So I would not be crocheting or have no projects finished because I would just be type. That would be my hobby, is typing. And that is not my hobby, okay? I wouldn't have YouTube videos if I was just typing all the time. So that's not my goal. My goal is not to type. And I'm sorry about that. I do apologize for that, but it's just not a feasible thing for me. And so, yep, that's just the way my life goes, okay? Some people throw out little comments on that. People with 10 fingers. Because they don't know what it's like not to have 10 fingers. But anyway, I don't know how I got too many loops on that stitch. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, guys, y'all be good, be safe, stay safe, and remember, it's a beautiful day to enjoy your life. Find something that makes you happy, something that brings you enjoyment, gives you something, to do, and have fun at it, and enjoy life. Life is so short. We don't need to worry about what other people think of our hobbies. We need to just do it and enjoy it. And be happy. And don't worry. Be happy. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully I'll have some progress done in my yarn room for that. Bye friends. Woohoo! Now I'm just going to start another row. I'm sorry, I am getting that row started before I pull my hook out because I just want to get that first one done. Bye friends. Love you.